Welcome back to the kitchen, people. This is Chef Adeola, and this morning she's making ogbono soup. Ooh. You know, it reminds me of this particular song we used to sing growing up in primary school. Which kind soup? Mama cuckoo, ogbono soup. I can't believe I remember that song. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's talk about the ingredients for our ogbono soup.
Okay, so this is the blended ogbono or grinded.
It looks like you pounded it. Did you pound it or you blended it?
No, I bought it directly from a trusted vendor.
Okay.
So the major highlight of this soup, this particular soup we're making this morning, are these two ingredients.
Because I've never used uyayak, and this is ogiri.
Ogiri okpehe.
Okpehe.
Yes.
Okpehe, actually.
Yes.
This is okpehe, not ogiri. I've never used this for ogbono soup before, so I can't wait to see, you know, taste the flavor from the uyayak and the okpehe. These are beautiful. This is a beautiful combination of spices.
It helps us to stay away from
regular seasoning cubes.
And it does wonders to the soup.
It actually does.
Yes,
so for okpehe, I would always use it for groundnut soup.
Okay.
Because it's a Benue delicacy. And okpehe is usually seen to be from the Benue part of Nigeria. So they use it for their soups. Instead of seasoning cubes, that's what they use for their seasoning, or as their seasoning, right? So they use it for Benue seed soup, they use it for groundnut soup, they use it for ogbono too, actually. Yes. And it gives it this very natural, local, authentic taste. I love it, absolutely love it, guys. Okay, so before we go ahead to talk about the nutritional benefits of okpehe, let's talk about other ingredients for our ogbono soup.
This is ugu leaves, this is smoked fish. Then here, we have 3 different proteins. We have goat meat. My everyday go-to for local soups is goat meat. Then we have komo. Then just a bit of just a bit of stockfish.
Okay.
Yes. Then the okpehe is actually here.
What's in here?
Pepper. The okpehe and yellow pepper have been blended here.
Okay.
Then the uyayak is here.
Oh.
With just a bit of egusi and crayfish soup. That was to make it come out from the machine.
Okay.
But egusi and ogbono always go together. So we have salt, and we're still going to be using palm oil and a bit of baking soda.
What's the baking soda for?
Okay, for volume and viscosity. And contrary to so many people's opinion, baking soda is very healthy. It's a better option than you having to use potash in any soup. So for all my own slimy soups, I had a little for the volume, for viscosity.
Okay. Yes. I've never heard that before. This is the first time.
And it detoxes the body.
Okay.
Yes,
baking soda. Okay. So instead of using potash, for example, for my unkobi, I'd rather use baking soda.
Yes.
And it gives that same taste and it plays the same role.
Yes, but you just have to, just the same way you will use the potash.
In very little quantity, so you use it as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And I would even think it's a better option in terms of its health benefits, because a lot of health experts would also always advise not to use potash because of it's very high in sodium, really high in sodium, and so and the potassium in it might be too much for your body, so you really need to use it in very, very minimal quantity. But I didn't know that. Now that I know that you could actually replace it with baking soda, I would definitely go for it.
Yes.
Definitely. Super excited about this morning's recipe because ogbono soup is on my top 5 list of soups that I really like. I think 3 actually. Right. And I would never take ogbono without egusi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I feel like that's the best way to, you know, to enjoy it. So you have to combine your egusi soup with ogbono soup. So I actually really love ogbono soup. So I can't wait. And then I don't make my ogbono soup without okra.
Wow.
Yes.
It's a good
I don't make my ogbono soup without okra. Yeah, so let's begin cooking. Where do we start? How do we start?
So we'll start with water on one side, and we'll be cooking the soup on low heat.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you have all the pots right there. Yes. So grab any of them. It's right there at your for your use. Yes. So guys, if you're just joining us, with me in the kitchen is Chef Adeola, and she will be making ogbono soup. Ogbono soup, ogbono soup. Welcome back to the kitchen, people. Right with me is Chef Adeola, and this morning she's making ogbono soup. Right. I am excited, super stoked, because it is one of my top 3 favorite soups. Yes, and I absolutely love ogbono soup. So how do you make your ogbono? Do you make it with egusi? Do you eat it with egusi? Do you make it with okra? Is okra like a must-have in your ogbono soup? For me, it definitely is. I cannot make ogbono soup without okra. It definitely has to be in it. I don't know. I just like to see those green, that extra green and lumps of okra in my ogbono soup. So that's I'm taking it. I'm enjoying every bit of it. So let's talk about the ingredients for our ogbono soup.
Okay, so like I said before, I was going to use baking soda, and I showed you the yellow pepper that I blended with the okpe. So everything is here, the yellow pepper and the okpe.
So what did you do in there? I mean, talk to us about the process so far. Okay.
I started with my palm oil, added baking soda to activate that viscosity. Then I added...
So baking soda sort of thickened it, right?
No, let me show you what's going on here.
Okay.
Can you see this? So you are so sure it's going to draw. Yes, from the scratch.
Okay.
So that's what the baking soda has done.
Oh,
even though ogbono
that is some good ogbono.
Yes, even though ogbono will draw naturally, but just to enhance that.
How you know good ogbono is by the smell. Like it hits you. You definitely know that that's some really good village local ogbono. I love it. Okay, so now that you did that with the baking soda in the palm oil, what's next? What did you do?
Yeah, I've added the ogbono. I've added the blended uyayak fruit.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I've added the crayfish.
I didn't know you could actually blend this. How do you blend it?
You could use a mortar, but I actually just did it from the market. Those people that have this machine.
They can do that.
Yes, although I had to beg them because it's a very tough.
Yeah, it's very thick. Because I never ever would have thought that you could blend this, like you could actually bake. Because when I want to use it, I just break it into smaller pieces.
Okay, so the thing about this is it has 2 softer sides and 2 tough sides. These 2, you can't really do much with it.
So this is
the
what
side
you
bring out and blend. So they had to add the egusi to make it come out of the machine.
You see why you should always tune into the show, because you always learn something. Whether it is from the art display segment or any conversations at all, even right here in the kitchen, there's always so much to learn. Whoever thought? You know, I never really paid attention to the softer and the harder side. I just thought, okay, you break it and just put it into the soup, and then sometimes I'm always frustrated because you never really get the taste, all the.
It's the blending that gives you the taste.
You know what, guys? If you missed out on the ingredients earlier on, they're right there on your screen. This morning we are having our ogbono soup with eba. How do you like your ogbono? Or what do you rather take it with? What swallow is your favorite? For me, it's plantain flour. But let's run through the ingredients once again for our plantain. For our ogbono soup, we have our ogbono, which was blended. It's already right there in the pot. We have our crayfish, which has been blended as well. We have our goat's meat, spomo, stockfish, smoked fish, banla, yellow pepper, which has been blended, our dry pepper as well. We're using ugu leaves as our vegetables. We have our palm oil. We have
that's the uyayak.
Uyayak, iron fruit. Okay, and then we have our kwehe, which is ogiri, baking soda and salt. I've learned quite a lot from you today.
I'm glad.
So much, Adeola. I think you should be like a food technologist or food.
Yeah, I have a background.
Experts. You do?
Biochemist.
Aha! That explains it. That definitely explains it. I mean, wow, are you kidding? You know what, guys? We're going to begin cooking our ogbono soup right here in the kitchen. But let's head over to the couch. We have Arese Ogu with Mike standing by.
Wow. What a wonderful Thursday it's been so far. Extremely creative conversations have happened. And what we have in the kitchen looks even more special. Amen?
All right, so we do have this wonderful, Chef Adeola put up together this wonderful, this is ogbono.
Ogbono.
Okay, this is Ogbono. All right, just tell us very fast what you put together here. While we give it to them, let them try it out. Can you move it across?
The unique thing, like I said before, is the fact that it doesn't come with store-bought seasoning.
Okay.
So it's very natural.
So there's no store-bought seasoning. There's no seasoning cube in it.
Yes.
So essentially, it's all natural. Please have a taste.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
Good. Got it.
Interesting. So this way Ogbono gets.
So what do you think?
Lovely.
Any comments?
Very natural.
Very natural.
I like that.
All right, Santa, thank you so much for coming. And here's us wishing you the best. Have a blast, break a leg, Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's the show for today. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
A great one. Bye.